One other thing I want to talk about with Superman 2025 that I was talking about in my last video was another aspect that I feel like blockbusters are missing lately, especially superhero movies, and that would be the romance aspect of it. That it was so endearing and romantic, and I felt like I really cared for Clark and Lois's relationship when they're first introduced in their sort of argument journalism aspect of it. They have a real chemistry with each other. It felt like a sort of throwback to that kind of back and forth banter that you see in that old timey kind of throwback movie. And the other thing was that I just noticed that this is really present in Spider-Man. I feel like, yes, Zendaya and Tom Holland have chemistry in those. I hope that they expand on that even more in some kind of way when that comes out. But Amazing Spider-Man 2, and to a lesser extent, but still, the first, like, the kiss in Spider-Man 2002, I just feel like the romance aspect of blockbusters that we're kind of told to care, but what we've been missing is that actual chemistry with each other. And I know that James Gunn said that they were casting not just for Lois and Clark individually, but them as a whole, which is why I feel like whenever they're on screen together, they have such a chemistry with each other. You'll even see it in their interviews, and they look like they genuinely get along and they have such a compatibility. And another thing I noticed is the reason why I feel like blockbusters are missing chemistry like this is I know that some people are opposed to having romance in movies, that they say it's unrealistic, but I do think that it's important, especially with a character like Superman, because it makes him so much more humane. And I feel like that's another aspect of it that this movie really wanted to do, is show that while I feel like Man of Steel, a movie I like, and like a lot actually, wanted to show the god kind of dealing with being a god at that level, somebody that is that level, but really wanting to bring home the more humane aspect of it that you see in his final speech that he gives to Lex towards the end of the film, which I think is so much more powerful because we see that he's humane. And the other aspect of it, where how much he loves being with Lois, despite the fact that they've been together for just a few months, but they're already feeling that love for each other. You can see in the background where you see that he had his name, or her name, I'm sorry, up in the air, Lois, and it's framed in their apartment. And I just feel like that's such an important aspect to the character that this gets right, that David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan have with each other. And my question to you is, do you feel like romance and blockbusters has just been kind of like shoehorned in? For me, yes. I feel like not all of these movies necessarily they have chemistry with each other, or they're just not prioritizing the romance when they should, because you have all these godlike characters that can be on a certain level